Welcome to Small Talk Daily for Tuesday, July 14th, 2009. This morning I wanted to take a look at one of the differences you'll see between VisualWorks 7.6 and VisualWorks 7.7, and for that matter, you'll see the same thing in Object Studio when you go into Packages and Bundles and look at the prerequisites. Let's take a look at what I'm talking about. I'm going to connect to a repository, and then once I'm connected, I'm going to browse the published items. And you're going to start to see a difference right here when I go in and start loading Facebook Bundle. You're going to see a small difference here. So let's take this and let's load that. Now, first off, you're going to see that this is the dialog box that comes up to notify you of progress. And it's going to look the way these things normally look with the progress being laid out for you horizontally. And then when you have prerequisites pop up, it's going to by default prompt you, although you can change a setting to make that optional. So I'm going to hit OK here. Now once all that comes in, let's take a look at one of the primary differences. I'm going to open up a browser. I'm going to come in here to my bundle, and I'm going to go to Properties, and I'm going to look at prereqs. And you see these two little boxes here. Here's the available, here's the prereqs. I can compute this, but generally speaking, I set this by hand this way. So let's close that out. I'm going to quit 7.6, and now I'm going to bring up 7.7. Okay, so here I am in 7.7. Let's go ahead and I'm going to connect to the repository again, and then I'm going to browse published items. So far this is looking awfully similar. Now let's go into Facebook Bundle, and we'll load this one here. And you're going to see a small difference right off the top. Instead of a progress bar coming across, you're just going to see this kind of progress thing coming here, just to let you know that things are happening. Now the big difference you're going to see once this completes, I'll open up a browser here, and now I'm going to go in here and look at the prerequisites for this. You'll notice that I have, instead of having it under Properties, I have it a separate tab, and you get this graphical thing where it's calculating automatically and showing me here are the ones I've set myself. Here are the missing ones that tells me you need these even though you haven't set them. And then any I want to disregard, if I have prerequisites that I don't want to have loaded automatically because for whatever reason I'm going to manage that myself, I can put those there. And to change this, I just take things and drag them. So I drag it up here into this list of current, and it'll get added to that list. So it's a drag-drop type of interface where you see visually all the things that you either depend on, and this is a system component as opposed to this, which is something I wrote. And it tells you over here, you see right in the pop-up, why you depend on it, why it thinks this is something you need, and why you might not need it. So down here, of course, base VisualWorks, everything is going to need that, and it'll tell you need all sorts of stuff. So it gives you kind of a summary. Anyway, that's about it for what I wanted to show you today. And this is kind of interesting in that it makes it a whole lot easier to deal with prerequisites in the new release of the product, both VisualWorks and Object Studio, because in the browser, you're going to see this for both products. And it'll make managing this kind of stuff a whole lot simpler. So, that's it for today. Until next time, have fun with small talk.